Good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 16 of our Salesforce training. And tonight we're going to be covering productivity and collaboration tools. So tonight is going to be more of informational than teaching or showing you technical stuff. Okay. So you should go online and review whatever I'm going to be saying tonight, because I'm not going to be teaching it. I'm just going to be showing you that this tool exists and this is how to go about setting it up or how to use it. So according to the Salesforce curriculum, it's tagged productivity and collaboration tools. And the expectations are we should be able to describe the capabilities of activity management, describe the features of Chatter, describes the capabilities of Salesforce mobile app, identify the use cases for app exchange applications. As previously mentioned, this is just going to be more of informational than teaching. So I expect you to do your own research, maybe go on Trailhead and try to see what these tools are. So I'm going to open my hands-on hug and I'm going to show you some of these things in Salesforce. So let's go with the first one, activity management. When it comes to activity management, Salesforce has two objects that helps you to manage activity. The activities are events and tasks. Events are used to manage events and tasks are used to manage tasks. Tasks as assigned to, due dates and the likes. Events as timelines. If you want to get to the task object, you can easily go and see the task objects on the navigation bar. But the event, you cannot see the event on the navigation bar. Event is more or less like something that is related to certain objects. I'm going to show you what that means shortly. But before we go further, let me show you the task objects. The task object, as previously mentioned, it's a way of managing tasks within Salesforce. Remember, we are dealing with productivity tools. So anything that makes Salesforce or makes Salesforce admin work effectively within an organization is referred to as productivity tool. So now we have a task object. You can enter data into the task objects. It has the assigned to, meaning a task can be assigned to a user. It also has subjects and it has a due date. It has a priority, just like any other task management tool. So the expectations are you should be able to know that we have a task object and a task is used to assign tasks to users. So typically the users would be within the Salesforce org. As you can see, you can mark a task as complete, you can change the dates, and you can create a follow-up task. Okay, you can also make comments and you can edit the comment. You see the task view this way, you can change this to a tabular view, just like we have for all other objects. So anytime you see something you don't like, you can change the view, okay? Always remember that. So if you create a new task, you can assign a task to a user. As you can see, you can assign a task to multiple users, okay? So you're not limited to just one person, but you can assign to multiple users. You can also assign a task to a group, a public group, and you can assign a task to a queue. So you can create a queue and assign a task to that queue. When you assign a task to queue, it will go into the queue members, and anyone that is assigned to that queue would be able to see the task. So if we create a very simple queue right now, tasks, or just say sales team, Then we have members in the queue. If we want to, you can send email to members whenever there is a new record in the queue. But more importantly, you want to select task. This is the object of interest, okay? Then you now select people in the queue, then you save. So our task, our new queue is sales team. Then we go back and we create a new task. We select queue and we say sales team. Okay, so now you've selected sales team as a queue. Then you assign a task. Complete your certification, sales certification exam. You know, it's just like a reminder task, sort of, and you say not started, name of the contact. You can specify a contact, but it's not compulsory. The most important thing here is the subject, the priority, and the status of the task, okay? Then you can put a comment, you save. Once you have that, you can easily go to sales team and you can see the task in the sales team queue. So anyone assigned to the sales team queue can see the task and they can take ownership of this task, okay? They can do whatever can be done on this task, and they can complete this task as well, okay? But you need to be assigned to that queue before you can do anything on this task. So you can assign it to multiple people, and it can be updated by anyone that is present in that queue, okay? So that's for task. Remember, task is just an object, just like we have for opportunities, accounts, and contacts. But one thing you also need to know is that you can create a task from accounts, contact, and opportunities, but you can assign a task to a lead and a contact. So if I go to accounts, I go to accounts details of one account, I can create a new task, just like I created a task on the task object. So remember, it's under activity. Task and event is under activity. They are productivity tool, okay? So now that we've kind of like, this is like an overview of tasks, okay? I wouldn't go much into details because these are self-explanatory. Then I will go to calendar. Salesforce has what they call calendar. Calendar, just like your Gmail or any other calendar tool, is to manage events. You can have a bunch of events in your calendar, and you can create a new event on your calendar. Like I said, events usually have a start date and end date. These are one of the two required fields on an event. It can also have a location, boardroom, and you say sales meeting or whatever it is that you're doing. Just know that you can create an event and you can assign it to a user. Then you save, it appears on your calendar, okay? That's how to create a very simple event. You can share this event. You can share this calendar with a group of people, so they would have access to this calendar. You can create multiple calendars and you can share the calendar, okay? You can also have a different view of the calendar, daily view. You can have weekly view. You can have monthly, and you can also have a tabular view of the calendar, just like we have before. I told you, you can change views in Salesforce the way you feel like. But remember, tasks and events are under productivity tools. They help you to manage yourself within Salesforce as a Salesforce admin. So now that we have an idea of what task and event is, we can go to the backend and see what configuration we can do with activity. So activity settings. There is what they call activity settings, and it helps you to do certain configuration. For instance, you can set up recurring tasks. You can make it active. You can enable email tracking. You can set up reminders. Let me see, enable multi-day. I'm looking for reminders. Yeah, you can enable activity reminders. So what does this mean? It means if I am on, let's say, on an opportunity and something happens within opportunity, okay, maybe something got closed or is about to get closed, I can set up reminders for me to get those emails. So you get some notification here and you will see that you have this task due today. All these notifications will come here. How can you set it? You go to your own personal setting and you go to calendars and reminders, and you can set all these events. You can set up your reminders and you can get an alert anytime you have a task that is due. You can get an alert right here. So remember, this is productivity tool. You just need to know how to use Salesforce to have a very good feel of the productivity tool, okay? There is a calendar. I think, let me see if I have other things to show in calendar. Calendar. So we have calendar, we have the view. I think we can create new calendar, okay? And we can create it based on a certain object. What that means is that if you have maybe an opportunity, you can create calendar for your sales team, okay? Your calendar for your sales team, and they will be able to access the calendar. Also, you can create calendar for a group of people. And I mentioned earlier, you can share whatever calendar you've created, okay? So only the group of people you've created a calendar for or you've made it available for would be able to see the calendar. So now that we have an idea of tasks and events, let's move on. But before we move on, I want to go back to these accounts. I go to accounts and I go to the activity side of the accounts. I told you we can create tasks immediately. We can also create events immediately within the account objects. Remember, you can also do this for most custom objects. You can also do this for most custom objects, if not all the custom objects. So you can create activities for custom objects, but not all the standard object has this, okay? Okay, I think lead has it, but not all standard object has this task and event. Obviously, the task and event wouldn't have this related tab anyways. So now that we know that these are productivity tool, remember, we also have emails. Email is also a part of productivity tool, whereby you can easily send email from your Salesforce. When you send email from your Salesforce, it goes directly into the email box of the person you're sending it to. One thing you should also note is that you can integrate your Outlook with your Salesforce. You can integrate your Outlook with your Salesforce. If you go to the setup, you go to Outlook, and you'll be able to see how to integrate Outlook in Salesforce. What this means is that anytime a record is created in the front end, maybe an account is created, you can see that account record right from your Outlook. If you're working in an enterprise organization, you will be doing this. But this is not your responsibility as an administrator. A consultant or a developer would have set it up for the organization. The only thing you just need to do is see your records from the account right from your Outlook. In addition to that, you can sync your contacts and events from the calendar into your Outlook and vice versa. So I can create an event on this calendar and I'll be able to see it in my Outlook. And I can also do that for my Gmail, but you will need a special license for that, okay? So you will need a special license, but it is possible. Always remember, most things are possible with Salesforce. If you cannot do it out of the box, you will be able to do it through the App Exchange. So the App Exchange is a marketplace whereby you can add any plugins into your Salesforce org. For instance, I type in Outlook. It will give me all applications that has been created to manage Outlook emails with Salesforce. So remember, App Exchange is a marketplace whereby you can find ready-made tools. If you cannot find it, if you cannot develop, if you cannot do it as an admin, if it's going to take time to develop, App Exchange is your go-to place. The App Exchange is where you find things to use within your Salesforce. So remember that. Now, going back to productivity tools. Remember, all today is about information. I'm not teaching you anything, but I'm showing you what Salesforce can do. Salesforce can do a lot, but if you don't know what Salesforce can do, you will be in the dark. So now that we've seen calendar, we've seen tasks, we've seen events, let's go to chatter. What are chatter? Chatter are a way of communicating within your organization. What does this mean? It's just like Facebook or any other social media. If you post anything here, it will be seen by everyone in your organization. So anyone that goes to chatter will be able to see what's going on in the organization, okay? So it's like you chatting to your colleagues and friends. You can also create a poll and you let people vote, just like you are trying to ask a simple question. So you ask this question and your colleagues can just vote and you can see their opinion in a chatter. Chatter is a collaboration tool that helps a group of people to communicate. One thing about chatter is you can create a group. When you create a group, you can add people to that group. When you say sales team chatter group, anyone that is being added to this sales team chatter group will be able to communicate within this chatter group. You can make the group public. You can make it private. If it's a private group, only people that have access to this group will be able to communicate in that group. If it's a public group, anyone can go to that group and communicate in that group. As you can see, there is allow customers. Customers, I'm going to explain shortly, are just people you are relating with. For instance, if you are selling an item for a group of people, you would have customers and you might want to find out or engage your customers so they can relate with you. When you create a group, there is a dedicated email for that group. Anyone that sends email to this email address would automatically get a post in this group. So what does that mean? If I go to Gmail, for instance, and I send an email to that email address that was provided, sample email. Okay, I did not put a subject, but let me put a subject now. I did not put a content, sample email for chatter. Then I have some random stuff in the content and I send. The expectations are you should be able to see the message in the chatter because you're communicating and you're engaging. So what you need to do is, let me see, refresh engagement. Just 1 minute. And if you have customers in, this is the message I just sent. Okay, I just sent from my email. As you can see, it's showing here. One thing you can, and it's identifying with the user that is associated to that email. Okay, I think just 1 minute. Something went wrong while processing your chatter. We couldn't read the text in your email. Make the post directly here. Blah blah blah. So just 1 minute. Let me try that again. Okay. Sample. I think this was the first one I sent, and this is the error I got because there was nothing in that email. But the second one, which is something in the content, ideally should go to the chatter group. So this is for engagement. Okay. Let's say you have a client and you are relating with that client. You set up the email, which is given to you. You give it to your network guy, and it's going to be like maybe client1@blackforce.com, something like that. So when client one is replying to any message, it automatically goes into the chatter. Okay. And I think that has gone through, and hopefully it's going to appear here as, yeah, this is it. Something in the content. Can you see? So you just created a group, is a private group, and you're interacting via email. This is how you interact with your customer, and you get messages from your customer within the private group. The private group, you can add people to the private group, okay? You can add people to the private group. And this is where you get to know about what I refer to as Salesforce license, which we are going to revisit again. Company information, and we have Salesforce licenses. I remember I told you that we have chatter-free licenses. Again, I tell you, chatter-free licenses, we have 3 types of sales licenses. We have the chatter-free, we have the, there's chatter external. No, just give me 1 minute, please. I'm just looking for, we have the chatter-free, we have the chatter external. Let me try to create a user so I can remember those licenses. I'm going to create a new user, and we have the chatter-free, chatter external. And I think there is one more, I cannot remember. But the chatter-free means that you have a user that has an account, but the only thing they have access to is chatter, just to talk on the Salesforce org. They have no access to whatever objects, standard object that you have in the system. That's the reason why the license is so much. It's chatter-free, meaning that you have the liberty to assign it to anyone, okay? So we have chatter-free, we have chatter external, and I think chatter only. I cannot remember right now. But again, they are just used for communication. Chatter-free has an account in your hub. Chatter external does not have an account. Chatter external is mostly used for your clients. And chatter only is used for private groups, okay? Always remember these licenses, although it's not a big deal, but just remember that chatter external is used to communicate with your customer. Chatter free is someone that has a Salesforce account, but the only thing they get to see is chatter, okay? So now that we know that we have chatter, and chatter is used to communicate, you can add people, you can put files, and you can do a lot of things in chatter, okay? Again, if you add someone, okay, if you add someone, the person would be able to see your message. However, if it's a private group, even if you ask the person might not be able to see your message unless they are in the private group. Just like Telegram, just like, that's the way it is. It's just Salesforce thing, okay? Salesforce just make their own version of Telegram, Slack, or whatever you want to call it. Remember, you create group to minimize the audience. If you don't put your message in the group, if you put here in the public, then everyone will get to see it, everyone in that organization. Again, if you put a record, for instance, I think you can put a record. You can share a record. Let me see. You can share a record. Let's go to accounts. Let's go to any accounts records. And I think I should be able to share this record. This is a sharing. I want to share in Chatter. I think it's here. Chatter. So you can actually share this record. Let me see if you can share this record. How do I share this record? Just give me 1 minute. I've done it before. To link a record, enter this, okay? And it's going to say this record, right? This record, then you share. But if they don't have access to these objects, if they don't have access to this account, they will not be able to have access to the record that you share. Always remember that, okay? Sharing of records goes straight into the public, but they still need to have access before they can see that record, okay? So can you see how you can communicate in Salesforce? You have the chatter, you have the groups, you have events, you have calendars, you have app exchange. So I think I did the example for app exchange the other day, but I can do that again. You look for an application or a chat that is very cool. If you want to automate your chat or you want to use something someone else has done before, you can look for it on App Exchange and you install it on your own org. Once you install it in your own org, you will be able to see the app, okay? You have the option, then you log in and the likes, okay? This is a very straightforward process. I think we've done this before, so you should be good when it comes to installation. Always test whatever you exchange within the app in your sandbox before you go to production. If you go to production and something breaks, it's going to be your responsibility. So whenever you're testing with the app exchange, always have it tested in. There's a problem prevent this package from being installed. The unmanaged package is already installed. Yes, we did this installation some lessons back, okay? And I think we have it in our dashboard. So if you go to the dashboard, for instance, we should be able to see adoption. This was the dashboard we installed from the App Exchange. So what I want you to know is that we have collaboration tools, we have productivity tools, we have tasks, we have events, and you can create them directly from the objects, okay? I'm gonna take a quick pause here to find out if you guys are with me and you have any immediate question before we go to the next session. You guys have any questions based on what I've explained so far? It's very explanatory, it's very descriptive, but you might probably have one or two questions. Let's quickly address that before we go to the next section. Edosa, please. So you're speaking, but I cannot hear you.
Okay, so good evening, Mwatokwe. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, on that chatter when you talked about the customer, when a customer sends an email through the link, can you reply through the chatter and it goes back to the customer email?
Let me see. Because the customer is a user, we didn't see that feature, but let me see. So right now, this is something from the content. Then I click on comments. Let me see. Testing comments. Okay, testing comments. Sharing with customer. Okay. Testing comments. So hopefully, we should be able to get an email to the customer that something was replied to whatever comment they've made. Okay. So I'm not sure if, that's it. So you get that email as a result of testing comments. Can you see? So chatter is just to collaborate to make sure that things come up and customer is able to see whatever you're dealing with. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
Amok, please. Amok, please.
Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to know, so if your company has more than 5,000 for charters, do you extend it, or how does that work?
I'm not sure if any organization would have more than, typically some people have more than 5,000. Yeah, you can extend it. You can ask Salesforce to extend any license for you, but you have to pay. You have to pay. The one they give for you out of the box is free, but you have to pay for any extension.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I've seen there are organizations that have more than 10,000 employees, so it's possible. But in a very ideal situation, most businesses don't have more than 1,000 employees. So yeah, but you can always extend the license. Yeah. Doris, please. Doris.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. So my question is about the tags and events. So you said not all objects have the tags and events. So how do we know the standard objects that have this? Like when we load the standard objects on the front end, do we just always see the tags and event tab there if they have it or not?
I think so. You always see it because it appears there, but there are some standard objects that do not have the tags and events. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay.
So if they don't have it on their page, it means that that object doesn't support it.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's pretty much on productivity. We've like literally covered most of the things on productivity, right? But there is a lot to it. It's just that it's not something I can easily teach because it's just plain, informative kind of a thing, right? You just need to go in there and play around with it so you know that this stuff exists. And it's just something that you want to learn because of a certification. If you ever work as an admin, I doubt if you're going to be using task. You will be using tasks and events, but I doubt if you're going to be using chatter because some organizations don't like to even talk. They use Slack, they use Team. So you probably wouldn't use chatter at work. You use Team, you use Skype, and events, again, you probably use your Google Calendar, you use your Outlook calendar. So all these stuffs are just what Salesforce used to make that themselves complete, right? But it's not something you would typically use at work. But for your examination's sake, you need to be aware of this stuff. And I think the last thing on productivity is Salesforce Mobile. So everything you can do, you can also do on a Salesforce Mobile. So Salesforce Mobile app is just like another Android app or OS app that you can download on your phone, and you can do some limited item, okay? By limited, I mean you cannot do everything you can do on Salesforce, but you can do some limited activities. So there's Salesforce call it Salesforce A, which is Salesforce app. Just remember that there's a mobile app for Salesforce mobile app, and you can download it and you can do one or two things. The one cool thing about Salesforce mobile app is you can create records while you don't have internet connection. Okay? You can create records if you don't have internet connection. So you can create records offline, and you can do a few stuff offline as well. My recommendation is you should try to do the Salesforce mobile app trails, so it can help you give an understanding of the Salesforce mobile app. Okay, please try to do this trail so you can pass the exam or questions that comes under Salesforce mobile app customization. Because I don't have it installed, I've never installed it on my phone, I cannot teach you, but I want you to do this trail so you can understand it, okay? And there is also productivity trail as well. Try to do it so you can understand it. So I want to go into how you can register for your certification exams. This is pretty much what we need to know when it comes to Salesforce admin. You guys have literally learned more than enough to be ready for any Salesforce admin or consultant role. Besides your project, this is good enough for you. However, you need to pass the exam. That's the only thing that will filter you from other candidates. So how do you register for your Salesforce exam? The one thing you need to have is your trailhead. If you don't have this profile, you need to have it. And you have to be very careful. I keep telling you, you could easily lose points, all your badges and everything if you do not have your trailhead connecting to your web assessor platform where you can register for your exam. So the website is called Web Assessor. So Web Assessor, it's like a testing platform that helps you to book for your Salesforce exam. So I'm going to post this link in the chat right now. Please try to go to that link tonight and register for your Salesforce exam. You will create a username and password, and you will log in. When you log in, let me try to log in, okay? Give me 1 minute. I'm going to try to log in, and I'm going to show you how the interface looks like, okay? Just give me 1 minute. I'm logging in right now. Because I don't remember my password and stuff, so I usually just save it and I logged in. Okay, so once you've registered, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah,
can you guys see my screen? So once you've registered, you will click on register for an exam. When you click for register for an exam, you will see all the possible exams that you can write. The ones that you want to select, obviously, is the Salesforce administrator. And you don't want to select the advanced, you want to select the Salesforce certified administrator. Depending on your preference, you can either write it on-site or online. I usually select on-site because I like to be moderated. But if you know that you will not be distracted, you can write it online, but that means you will need to have a camera and someone will be monitoring you. So you can select either of these and click on it. Once you select it, just 1 minute. Sometimes, okay. The reason why I cannot proceed is because I've already done this. If you've already done it, you cannot register it. If your certification is still active, you cannot register it, okay? So remember that. Then the next thing is 1 minute, please. Okay, carry on, Tolex.
Yeah, I think you mentioned before that the certification exam is SP something, but I'm seeing SU 21 or something.
Yeah, because it changes every time, meaning that every winter or every season, they change the certification. That means they've updated the question. So every time you see this stuff changing, it means they've updated the question to summer 21. That means summer 2021. Okay? Then if it is maybe next year, you could be seeing summer 2022. So it changes all the time. Okay? So the sooner you register, the better, as long as you're following the curriculum. So once you click on register, you go to the...
You said we can either write it on-site or online. So regardless of where you live, can you write it on-site?
Yes, you can write it online or you can go to a test center to write it. That's the difference between the online and the offline, online and the on-site, okay? Remember, online meaning that you're writing it from your house. On-site meaning that you have to go to a test center to go write it.
So that means they have a test center in all the cities?
Let me finish. Once I finish, you will see it. Okay? So let's select on-site, which means that I need to go to a test center to write this exam. I click on register, and it asks me for the location, the province, and the city. Based on the location, the province, and the city, I select my interest. Then I go to select, then it gives me the time. So if you're writing in a site, you will need to go to this address on the date and time you've selected to go write your exams. If you're writing online, you'll be provided with a different instruction. So remember that on-site, meaning that you have to go to a location to go write it. Off-site, like on online, meaning that you need to write it from the comfort of your house, but you will need to have camera on and there will be someone watching you from Salesforce, okay? So your preference needs to be selected and you click on select. So once you've selected the dates and the time, you will need to make some payments. If you're going to be registering tonight, I'm going to be giving you a code which gives you $40 off. Okay, I've posted that code in the chat. You click on submit. You have $200. You click on submit, and it should give you $40 off. Okay, as you can see, it has given you $40 off, and you will be paying $160 USD. So try to register tonight so you can get $40 off using the code I've just given you. After you've registered, you have the option of changing the date and time. You're not limited to the date and time you've selected. For instance, I have registered for an exam. I registered for this exam since 2019, and I have never taken this exam. I'm going to register for this exam again. I'm going to reschedule, and I'm going to change the time I'm going to be taking this exam. So remember, when you register for exam, you are 100% guaranteed that you've registered. However, if you're not ready to take the exam, you can keep pushing till whenever it is possible for you to take the exam, okay? You can push until next year. You can push until whenever it is possible for you. So don't feel overwhelmed that you have to write the exam immediately, but you can push to whenever you're ready to write the exam, okay? I have just rescheduled one of my exams, which I'm not ready to write because obviously I've been so busy. But I want you to register for the exam now. That will commit you to taking the exam, okay? If you don't register for the exam now, you will not take this exam. So it's very important you register for the exam. So I'm just using this time to actually reschedule my upcoming exam, which I'm not prepared for. I'm changing it to a later date in the future. So that's the benefits. Unless you don't have the funds needed to register for the exam right now, then obviously you can push it back, right? So please try to. It's just for your own benefits to register the exam as soon as you're ready for the exams, okay? So now that's how to register and that's how to book for your exam. Let's go to the exam guide.
Baba, before you go, please, two questions. So if I register and I reschedule the exam, will I still benefit with the $40 discount?
I don't know. If you paid for something, you cannot pay again. Did you see me pay?
Paid already, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did not pay for it again. So it's always there. You just push the date.
Okay. And again, if I'm doing it on site, do I need to go with my laptop, or that will be provided?
Everything is going to be provided. The instruction will be in the email.
Okay, thank you.
So you need to follow the instruction. One of the things you need to bring is your proof of identification. Just like any exams you're going to write, you need to identify yourself. So that's the only thing you need to provide. Remember, if you use this tonight, you're guaranteed. Don't ask me tomorrow. Don't tell me tomorrow that it's not working. Don't tell me next week that it's not working. I cannot guarantee if it's going to work tomorrow or next week. But tonight, it is working. And if you book tonight, you're guaranteed. But don't message me and tell me that it's not working, okay? Because I made the research to get you this code. And I cannot guarantee that it's going to work tomorrow, okay? But I think it's going to work until the end of the year. Just heads up. So now that we've introduced...
You said that because I was going to say something else.
Okay.
Like you're not considering those that are living from paycheck to paycheck, right? Friday is very close now. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And also, there is an $100 reimbursement if you pass your exam between the 10th and the 15th of next month. So if you do well and you pass, just post it online and post it on our Telegram group and post it on our Blackforce website, Blackforce LinkedIn channel. Then you will get your $100 reimbursement just to say well done. Okay, so let's go to the exam guide again. The exam guide is very tricky. Passing one module does not make you get your certification. You need to have a good percentage in every module, okay? So please optimize your revision and focus on the modules that will give you a very good score. For instance, you need to know how to set up user. You need to know how to configure user. This covers 20%. So if you can master this, master your object manager, master your workflow and process, master your data, then you will pass this exam. All of that thing, you just need to be like 50% in it, right? Sales and application, if you can get 50%, sales and support, if you can get 50%, productivity, if you can get 25%, you will pass. But you need to have good grades in all these modules. Some people will get 100% in certain module and get 0% in other module, and they will fail the certification. So don't neglect other areas. This is the plan for my quiz. I want to break things down based on modules. So you now go to the modules whereby you are not strong in. Then you now focus on that modules. Again, I told you, most of the questions I'm going to give you in the quiz are the questions you will face in the exam. They are old papers that we've reviewed, and they're similar to what you will face. So if you can get 100% in those sessions, you are at least 50% sure that you will pass the exams. Again, you will focus on the modules which you are not doing well, so you can get good grades on them, but don't neglect other modules like productivity. The reason why I showed you productivity today is because you can't really teach it, but one or two questions comes out in the exam and you need to be able to answer them. So remember Chatter, remember activity, remember Salesforce mobile app, remember App Exchange. Always remember that you cannot write code as a Salesforce admin. So when they give you the option to either write code or use an application from the App Exchange in your exam, always select App Exchange. Always select App Exchange, because as a Salesforce admin, you cannot write code. So anything that looks like you will tell the developer to develop a code, or you will go to App Exchange to go look for an application that solves that problem. Select App Exchange. Do not select code. okay? Then always try to master every section. Before you go for the exam, make sure that you're good on every section, because having 100% in certain area does not get you the certificate. Now, breaking down the certificate, breaking down the questions you have to answer, you have a total of 60 multiple questions. You have a total of 60 multiple choice questions and 5 non-scored questions. So chances are you will get some questions that are not graded during your exam. Make sure that obviously you cannot tell which of the questions, but try to answer the questions as possible, as much as possible. You're not given negative marks, so take your time. It's better to check, it's better to tick an answer than not to tick an answer. Also, in the exam, you can go back. So you can mark a question as mark for review. And when you go back, you will be able to review that question again and maybe select the right answer. You have about 105 minutes. That's an hour and a couple of minutes. So about maybe 1.5 hours or almost close to 2 hours. Okay? So 1 hour, 45 minutes. That's what you have. You have to get 65%, meaning if you can get everything within the quiz app, you will be able to get at least 50%. Then the next 15% is based on your understanding of Salesforce. So you still need to understand Salesforce. There's a limit to what I can do. I can impart the knowledge, but you need to be ready. You need to understand Salesforce. Okay? And the registration is $200 which I've been able to reduce to $160. Unfortunately, if you fail this, you have to retake and you have to pay just $100. So try as much as possible not to fail, because if you do, you have to pay $100. But remember, you cannot take it immediately after you fail. You need to wait for like 3 to 4 days. Preferably, don't take it immediately and just go and prepare again, so that you don't obviously mess yourself up. Because after you fail twice, you have to wait for like 6 months or something like that. So don't just go and repeat again. And if you're not ready, take your time. And I think that's all regarding the exam. Again, the trailhead is where you learn everything I've just taught you. You can literally learn everything I've just taught you in the trailhead. This is where you get to know about Salesforce. I have put it in the chat again, just for your reference. So I'm going to put a pause here to find out if you guys have any questions regarding registering for the exam, what to expect, and the likes. Do you guys have any questions? Is everything clear?
I have a question, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just mentioned that we can link our trailhead with is it Criterion called? Yeah. I don't know how we do that exactly, please.
I think once you get your certification, it's going to tell you. Once you register, it's going to tell you.
Okay. So
yes, there's a column there that says the email address attached to your Salesforce org or something. Yes.
Okay, so, thank you.
Yeah. So try, and it's very intuitive. And if you're struggling, just kind of like Google online, you'll be able to see it. Like most of my certifications are linked to my profile, I think. So just try, you'll be able to see it, okay? And if you cannot see it, just let me know, okay?
No problem, thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Is there any other question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, Karen.
Can I change my preference from on-site to online after I've registered already?
Honestly, I do not know. Most likely not, okay? But I do not know. You need to find out once you've registered. But I doubt it, because that's the way they pay the instructor, right? So once you've made a commitment to on-site, you have to go to on-site. Once you made a commitment to online, then you have to go to online because there's a logistic process in place. Okay. So
Okay,
it's something you might want to discuss with Salesforce, but I cannot tell you that. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Zohai, please.
Thank you, Babatope. I'm sorry if you have already told this before. How long is the access available to non-subscriber at the moment? Because I just booked my exam for 14th December, and you said if we pass between 10th until 15th, we get $100 reimbursement. So until when is it available for the non-subscriber?
What do you mean?
I mean the videos right now.
Oh, the videos.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So right now, Black Force Video, you can go, if you're a subscriber, you can go, and this guy is not a subscriber, so you cannot access it. You can access, those that subscribe can have access to it. But if you are not a subscriber, you will see $25 starting Friday. Okay. So it's not going to be quarterly, but it's going to be monthly. So $25, this will be changed to $25 and you can subscribe. I will not accept anything offline. It has to be online because I don't have any resource to manage this. Okay. So if you're interested in the videos, then you can just subscribe and you will see the videos online. So everything we've done, and I think the members are getting a lot of videos compared to you guys, because they have other sessions outside of the normal in-class training. So one of the sessions is tutorials and the other session is clinics. Okay, so let me show you some of the things that you would see if you are a registered member. I go to my learning and I can go to whatever part I am. I go to that. Okay. So once you click on, you go to my learning. Once you're subscribed, this is what you will see. But if you're not subscribed, you wouldn't be able to see this. However, if it's your first time, you will need to go to programs. Once you go to programs, you will need to click on learn more. Once you click on learn more, you will now see enroll into this program. Once you enroll into the program, then the next time you want to access the program, you will go to my learning and you will see all the programs you've enrolled into. So the first time when you subscribe, this place will be blank, meaning that you would not see anything. You will need to go to programs and you go to learn more. You click on enroll because you will see enroll here, not continue learning. Once you click on that, you will now be able to go to the program. Then you click on the course which we're currently doing, continue course. Then you will see a lot of the things we've been doing. That's why I said subscribers get to see organized videos, right? Everything that is required, even the clinics. The clinics has to do with the trailhead. So all my members, I mandate them to do trailhead, and the trailhead covers over 10,000 points. So all the members I have right now, they are at least 10,000 or maybe 20,000 points on the Salesforce. As you can see, there are more videos than what you get to see in the class. And most of them are from trailhead. So if you're struggling with any trailhead tax, most likely we have done it in our clinics. Then you also have that privilege of viewing those videos as a subscriber. The only difference is that you don't have the benefit of joining our internship, our interview session, and the likes. There's so much to being a subscriber, but I would just leave that up to you because it's already late right now. But next week, starting from Friday, if you go to subscribe, you would see the price change from $250 to $25, and you should be able to subscribe using that method. Okay.
Awesome. So that's from this Friday, right?
Yeah, from this Friday. Yes.
Okay, and it's a monthly access, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So my exam is in between. So I think I'll be good for that.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. The other thing, carry on. Who wants to ask a question? Denita, please.
Yeah, any Black Friday discount, Baba Tupe?
We already blast post. The discount is enough. I think
it's fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, I cannot do discount because there's a process in place and I cannot change that process. I'm very rigid with process because process made me who I am and I need to stick to the process. Okay. Yeah. So please, let's stick to the process. It's going to help me. It's going to help everyone. Again, the quiz app, I'm trying to upload as many quizzes as possible. It's quite challenging to actually upload quiz for you to go through. However, for the members, they will have a 1 week session with me on how they can pass the exam. Again, members just have privilege that most non-members do not have. And the reason being that taking this training is costing me about $10,000. It's costing me $10,000 to $15,000 because I had to terminate a contract I had in order to have this session. So the 4 weeks I'm giving out is costing about $15,000. I could have earned $15,000, but I let go of that $15,000 to train you. So next month I need to go back to my contract. I need to make money. And if I have to give my time out, that's the reason why I am, dedicating that session for just members, because they've shown me that they want more than just the training. Okay. The training I offer is free, but what comes inside or after the training is not free, unfortunately, but I've tried my best to make you understand that. Again, you go to the quiz hub and you see all the quizzes which we're going to be doing. So you don't miss out on anything. You do not miss out on anything. However, the quiz access would stop by December 15th. The quiz access will stop by December 15th for non-members. Again, if you want to subscribe to the quiz access after the 15th, then you have to subscribe. And the subscription is different from the My Learning subscription, okay? So please just use the resources as much as possible. It's free, but you have to show the willingness that you're under this pressure to succeed. The reason why we made it free is because I want you to have the same privilege as a member. The only difference is you are time bound. So try to understand that and try to take advantage of it. After the 15th, the quiz app will be taken off to non-members. And after the end of the month, access to the videos will be taken off for non-members, unfortunately. But after that, everyone should be good. If you still need help, there's a Telegram group, which I would still be active on Telegram group. If you have any question, make sure you post on the Telegram group. I will be able to reply you. So I don't discriminate on who to reply or who not to reply. It's just about priority. Members get priority, but non-members, feel free to ask me anything on the Telegram. I will reply, or someone will reply you. At least I know people are now getting the feeling of what it means to actually help. So I believe they'll be able to reply you, but don't be shy. Just ask me anything on Telegram group, okay? But try not to ask me Salesforce question in a personal chat, unless obviously maybe we are friends or we have some encounter or relationship, then I'll be fine to explain to you, right? But limit it to personal stuff. I want to do this. What do you think? I want to do Salesforce Service Cloud. Do you think that's the next thing for me? Those kind of questions is what I want to ask in a personal chat, okay? I don't want you to be asking me, oh, I cannot create this object. Then I know that is something anyone can do in the Telegram group, okay? So now let me pick up some questions again. Christian, what's your question?
I just want to find out, so are we going to pay through Interact?
No, I'm not accepting offline payment again. It has to be online. So just get your credit card or your debit card, you should be able to subscribe.
So you say it's going to be available on Friday, right?
starting from Friday. Yeah, $25.
Right. No problem. All right, thanks.
Yeah. Emo, please.
Hi, sorry, I thought the day you were explaining to everyone about those that subscribe. It's for those that want to, do your internship and all that, which maybe does not apply to everyone. Because I remember there was someone from Nigeria that was asking, and you told her that it won't really apply to her because of her situation. Well, we may also, those of us that don't fall into that category that, wants to do the internship, will also appreciate having coaching for the exams. So I don't know if you could consider doing like a tiered membership for us so that we can still get that part of it without getting all the internship and the extra coaching classes that you're doing. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. So for the quiz, I don't know when the subscription will be ready, but it should be ready maybe before the end of the week. And you can just subscribe to that and you'll be able to attend the 1 week session for the quiz as well. So if that's what you're interested in, you can just subscribe and attend the 1 week session. Does that help? Does that answer the question?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I understand a few people are not interested in the internship, the resume review and the likes, but it just makes it a bit easier to manage the process. But anyways, I will open it up for you guys to subscribe so you can attend that session, because I know some of you actually want to do the test as well. It's just that it's very difficult to manage different sets of membership. Okay, that's why it's like that. Okay. Next question, Savvy, please.
Sorry, Papa, to interrupt. Sorry, so sorry. But please, can you repeat the last thing you said now about subscribing $25 and having access to the 1 week?
So
which of the 1 week
after Thursday, I'm having a full 1 week with my members, those that have registered as a members of Blackforce because they want to move ahead as a Salesforce consultant. So I'm having a 1 week session with them just to practice and answer certification exams. It's a 1 week intensive session, like normal Monday to Thursday session. And if you as a non-member would like to participate in that session, you need to subscribe to the quiz app. The quiz app will give you access to that 1 week as well as the quizzes for 1 month. So you have the liberty to look into the quizzes as well as attend a 1 week session with me on how to prepare for your certification and how to go about passing it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
How much would that cost us?
Just subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll be fine. That's all. Like, the reason why we're doing it is because there's so many things in place, and those that are doing all this tax, they need to get paid as well. I'm not doing all this tax myself. I need to make sure that those that are helping me out get paid. And that's the only way I can pay them. Otherwise, I'm going to be using my personal fund for everything. Okay? The next question, Sabi.
Yeah, hi, Babutip. I have a question. I'm getting confused over the part wherein you said about the $25. You said the $25 is for 1 week. It's from the next week. I mean, from 29th of this month, November, to the 2nd of December. That 1 week, if we pay the $25, then that we would be able to see the quizzes and we would be able to attend that crash kind of course Monday to Thursday, along with practicing the quiz. That is what you meant, right?
That's not what I meant, but if it's a bit confusing, I'll just make it easier for you. Subscribe to Blackforce and you'll get an invitation for the quiz 1 week. Let me just make it easier for you because that's not the business model, but just subscribe to this Blackforce and I will send an invite to you for the quiz prep as well. So you get the benefit of just being part of the session without subscribing to the quiz app, because the quiz app will still be there until the 15th of December. Okay? So just subscribe to this and I'll send you an invite to the 1 week session for certification preparation. Does that help with explanation?
Yeah. So does it also include the videos, recorded videos?
If you subscribe to this, you would see the videos just like the way I showed you the last time. It's there.
Okay.
Everything we do, it's on this My Learning. Just go to My Learning and you will see it. Okay?
Yeah. And for example, like yesterday, I missed my class because there was an internet issue with my house. So because of that, I missed my class. So will I still be able to see yesterday's session as recorded there, or I won't be able to see it?
If you subscribe, you will see all the videos that we upload online.
Okay.
If you subscribe, you will see even the videos that I don't teach, where my mentors, they get to teach, you will see it there. Okay? Because a lot goes on behind the scene that you guys do not know. The only time you guys get to see me is when I teach. However, if I don't teach, I have like 3-4 people still teaching, just to reinforce the knowledge and to help people that are struggling. That's where the tutorials and the clinics come into place. You will see the clinic videos and you will see all the videos of the session you also miss as a subscriber. That's it. It's a all-in-one package for you. Okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you. I was thinking I might not be able to see the video because I couldn't enter it and like I couldn't log into my system and join the session. So I was thinking that I won't be able to. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
I understand. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Mary, please.
Okay, good morning, Batope. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I just want to ask for some of us that are in Nigeria, what is your advice on the certificate course? Do you advise us to take it now, or what do you advise on that regard?
You have to take it now. You have to take whatever you look at. Let me tell you something. I went for a training on Salesforce admin for just 4 days. 4 days. You guys had 4 weeks. I had 4 days. And I wrote the certification 2 weeks after. So if you miss this certification period right now, your knowledge of Salesforce will decline over time. And if you don't write the exam now, you won't be able to write it again. I can tell you. That's how Salesforce is. It keeps changing. They keep changing the curriculum. They keep updating things, and things that is true today could be false tomorrow. So you don't want to be in that situation. Having a knowledge of Salesforce is different from having a certification. Now you have the opportunity to have the knowledge as well as the certification. So do it before the end of the year and you'll be good. Anywhere they say, do you have the Salesforce skills? Yes, I have the Salesforce skills plus the certification to back it up. Okay, so my advice would be, regardless of your location, you should do it as soon as possible. And I don't think the credit card in Nigeria gets accepted yet. So you most likely need to talk to someone that would help you register for that. Otherwise, you won't be able to register from Nigeria. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Does anyone have any other question before we close for tonight? Is everything answered? Is everyone clear?
Okay. I'm trying to register online now, but the way you went direct is not what I'm seeing because I had to fill all the form, and now I'm really going through to see where to register. I can't seem to find any. Could you please revisit that?
So this is register for exam. Can you see this?
I passed that already. I'll just go back 1 second, please. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I can see it now.
Yes. So go through the process, click on register, and click on the admin, click on whatever certification you want. Make sure you're selecting this, not advanced, okay? You can't even select advanced before you do this, okay? You have to do this first. Then you click on register, you select your date, you select your time, and you're good, okay?
All right, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Hi, Babatope. This is Vinita here.
Yeah.
So my question is tomorrow there is a class?
Yeah, I'm going to go through project 1's part B. I gave you 2 projects. The first one I did yesterday. The first one I did yesterday, and tomorrow I'm going to do the part B. So there's still a class, but it's going to be project solution.
Okay. Also, I was interested in the quiz. So are you going to post some quiz for the non-subscriber for 1 month?
Yes, I'm going to post everything I give members. I'm going to give to you. My goal is not to get money off you. My goal is for you to have the knowledge of Salesforce, but it's for a limited period because everything is under subscription. I pay for the server, I pay for the space, I pay for the Zoom, I pay for everything. Okay, for me to keep those stuff going on, I need members to be active. Okay, but if you don't want to be active, you will still have the same information as a member. The only thing there is that it's bounded by time. So you have to write, or you have access to the quiz app until December 15. Okay? You have access to the quiz app until December 15. After that, it's going to be taken off you.
I understand. Thank you. And if I have any questions regarding any Salesforce thing, whatever I'm doing it, can I ask you in Telegram group?
Ask in the Telegram group, not in my personal chat. Ask in the Telegram group, and I will, or someone will reply to you. However, if you want career advice or something, you have to be a member to be asking me those kind of questions because it's going to take a lot of my time to have a session with you. But if it's something I can easily reply, I would reply you instantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Sorry, a quick one about to play. Trying to get into the web accessor. Sorry, could you just show that again? I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
I missed out on that.
Are you here right now?
Yes, home, yeah.
Click on register.
Okay. Sorry, it's actually just the page where I should log in though.
Oh no, you need to first of all log in, right?
Yes, I mean, how do I log in with my, that's what I'm asking.
You register.
Okay, so I sign up rather.
How would you log into an application that you don't have an account? You register first. Once you register, then you log in.
Okay. I thought you were trying to say we could use our, sorry.
No, you have to link it. You have to link it after, not before. You have to link it after, most likely once you get your certification.
Oh, okay. So I need to just sign up and then sign in and book the exam, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Is there any other question before we end the class for tonight?
Hi, Babatope. Please, I want to ask a question about missed videos. I missed that part when you were explaining. If I need to see my missed class videos, I need to subscribe, right? And for how much?
You need to subscribe for $25. I think I explained this over and over again. By Friday, this will reduce to $25. Once you subscribe, you'll be able to see all the videos we've had in this session. Okay? And it's going to be a monthly subscription, meaning that if you don't want to watch for this month, you can just pause your subscription or you can cancel your subscription. If you're ready again, you can go back and subscribe. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and will this give me access to, with the subscription give me access to the questions and answers, practice questions and answers as well?
Look at, this is my learnings. My learning is where you have all the videos of the sessions we have. Quiz app is a different application on its own. However, this will be available to you until December 15 if you are not a subscriber. If you're a member of Blackforce, those that are going through the Salesforce consultant training, they would have access to this quiz app until next year. Okay? They have 3-month subscription and they have access to this quiz app until next year. So try to kind of like understand whatever I've been saying. The first thing is, if you want to have access to the video, subscribe to this, and everything we're doing in Blackforce, you would always see the video. You will always see it, regardless of whether you miss the class or not. But certification is a different thing entirely. We have a one week training for certification that is going to happen starting next week. After that, I would upload whatever questions that I am going to be sharing with my members. I'm going to upload in the quiz app. You have until December 15 to get these questions and take them. It's a mock quiz exam. You can easily try on your own, but you have until December 15 to do that. Okay? After that, you don't have access to it, unfortunately. This is just going to be for the members, okay?
Okay. So I'll only have access to these things you want to upload that will last till December 15th if I subscribe, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No. Please try to understand. Subscription is do you know what it means to be subscribe to something?
Yeah. To register,
tell me what does it mean
to pay a fee for something or to register for something.
No. Tell me what the meaning of subscription. What's the meaning of subscription?
Like to register for something or enroll for something.
No, that's not the meaning of subscription. You can register for anything without subscribing to it.
Okay. Or maybe pay a fee for something.
Subscription means you want to gain access to something and
special privileges
pay for it. Okay. Then after you pay for it, there are different mode of subscription. There's a monthly subscription. There is a yearly subscription. There is whatever subscription. As long as it's reoccurring or whatever it is, you pay for it. So now I'm saying that this is a monthly subscription of $25. If you want to have access to the videos, you go online, you subscribe, and every month you pay for that service because somewhere someone is paying for the service to host the video, to host the website, and to keep that stuff alive. Okay? So as long as you have subscription, you can have access to videos that we have on Blackforce website. However, for the quiz app is a different application entirely. This focuses on your certification exam. I'm giving you questions that would help you to prepare for the certification. This question is free regardless of whether you're a member or a non-member. However, if you're a non-member, by December 15, it's going to be taken off. Your access will be taken off. But if you're a member, you will still have access until next year. Okay? So that's for the quiz app. Does that help?
Yes, it does. It does. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. And I think I said, if you subscribe, because I don't want to make this a bit like a subscription everywhere. If you subscribe here, you will get the privilege to attend the 1 week section for the certification preparation. You will get that privilege. Normally it's not something I would offer, but it's something that I just don't want to get you overwhelmed with subscription everywhere. Just to make things easier, clearer for you, you will get the privilege to attend that 1 week session with me. Does that help you understand better?
Yes, it does. Thank you, Babatokwe.
No worries. Adewale, please.
Thank you very much, Babatokwe. I would like to ask, are you rejigging the timing for the intensive certification sessions, or you're sticking to the current timing?
I need to get back to work. So it has to be next week or 1 week, Monday to Thursday.
Yeah, same time.
I
Yeah, because for me as well, I didn't plan for that, extra
I
1
get.
week as well. So I'm just trying to anticipate how I'm going to be available.
There's always a video for everything. Remember?
Oh my God, video!
But the only thing there is that class session is more important than the video. The video you can get really bored, but class session is more interactive. Then we can even decide on the answer because I might not be right all the time. You can come up with your reason why this answer is right, and we could go for it. So it's not like I'm absolutely sure this is the answer, but based on my experience, I think this is the answer. You get what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So do you communicate the time to us? Like, is it still going to be 9 p.m. EST or?
It's 8 p.m. We have everything, right?
8 p.m. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Did that, please.
I'm just here trying to register for the certification exam. I'm having a challenge where they're asking they're saying, are you SFDC employee, customer partner?
Just put anything there. Put anything there.
All right.
It's not a required field. You could just leave it blank.
Please, I'm seeing a star on it.
Showing required.
So let me see what I put in my own.
You can select customer. Since you're not SFDC employee.
If we go to profile, if I go to my profile, I cannot remember what I put there, but this has been a long time. Are you? Yeah, I say customer. It doesn't matter. Just select anything. They don't care about all this stuff. Okay? They don't care about all this stuff.
What about the company name?
The what?
The company name.
I just put my previous company name there, but it doesn't matter. You guys are worried about the things that is irrelevant.
All right.
The most thing is your certification. If you pass it, all this stuff they don't put it on your certification, okay?
Okay, must the email address be the email for Trailhead or just any email?
Ideally, I've always said this since the beginning of this class. Always use the same thing throughout.
Okay.
It's easier to connect. Some people cannot verify their certification. They cannot verify their certification. Some people, they cannot verify their certification. So if you go on your this thing, you will see that you can link whatever certification you have on your LinkedIn, okay? So some people cannot verify their certification. So it's very important you can link your certification, okay?
All right.
Adewale, you've done right. So I think someone sent me something and I thought I should share it with you guys. Lest I forget. Just give me 1 minute. It is this website. It says Salesforce MVP, and if you guys can vote me, that would be very nice. So it's just like you will nominate someone that has helped you during your Salesforce journey. Okay, so it's just a very simple website that would let you nominate, and you can just select someone, just put my name there, and you will be able to vote me for Salesforce MVP, okay? So I would appreciate it, although I wouldn't broadcast this, but if you can, please try to help me, okay? So go to Salesforce MVP, I think, and you can nominate someone, just type my name, okay?
Would you please post the link?
I posted the link in the chat.
And can you also specify what, because I know you have a middle name and stuff, so what exact name so everyone can...
I just posted in the chat as well. I think this should be okay, but yeah, it should just be Babatop and last name. So just put Babatop and last name, then you can fill the rest and stuff. Okay? Thanks. I really appreciate that. But someone just messaged me and I thought I should share it with you guys as well. Okay. So if everyone nominates me, I think I probably will have about maybe 100 votes. And that will be good enough, I guess, but whichever way.
Yeah. How many times can one person nominate?
I think it's once because it's attached to your profile, right? I don't know, but
that too.
Yeah, don't scam it. I'm not freaky about it. It's gonna be good, but I'm not so freaky about it.
No Niger factor.
It's grace, and if it's possible, then that's it. Okay. I think that's all, guys. Do you guys have any question before we end it for tonight? I know tonight's class is very simple, very straightforward, but you know how it works, right? It's just productivity. You cannot explain it. You just need to get used to it. Okay. I think that's all from me. I think that's all. Take care, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for Project 1B solution. Please, if you really, really want to work as a Salesforce consultant, you should not miss tomorrow's class. It's very important. You'll learn a lot, and we're going to make mistakes. We're going to correct ourselves, and we can go with the flow. Okay, please try to attend. And that's all from me. Take care and have a very good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.